To send a message to the Ninjas.
And a sign there saying Fiflaren for Prez.
Yeah, Obama out, Fiflaren in.
Yep.
Which is a welcome change.
In a world.
Here we go. Maniac will retreat down out of the ramp room as we have him being chased away. His grenade just lands right on the toes of Fiflaren. Follows up with the headshot onto Freiburg. Awesome play from Maniac in the ramp. Exist in the end. Stops him, but he's done his damage. But where is the bomb carrier? Yes, Get Right will rattle off a few shots towards it. Coming in from the side is going to be Forrest, who's raced all the way around the outside. In the end, going nowhere, courtesy of Apex. It is Exist who's sat with the bomb, unable to get straight onto that site, even though he has the guardian of Get Right, who now fires off in towards the vents, gets himself the first, Exist gets the second, and NiP now find themselves from a 3-on-2 to a 2-on-1. It's all on Apex to save them here. The two guns come out firing first, and the whack-a-mole that it is, Apex can't quite finish off either of them. And Ninjas in Pajamas win the T-pistol round. And look at Get Right cheering on that team.
And Get Right actually a huge role in that round. And I liked what NiP did. They did a hard ramp push. They got down the ramp. They got into the bomb site. But instead of going and forcing the plant right away, instead of pushing into any zones, they just hid. They waited for Forrest to walk outside because he snuck outside. As soon as that ramp push was going, he was walking under heaven. Unfortunately, the LDLC members turned around and got the kill on him. But the NiP members down and lower, Get Right and Exist, Get Right and Exist, they waited, they were patient, and they ended up picking off all the LDLC members who got complacent. They overextended, they peaked when they didn't have to. There's no bomb plant going on, and Get Right just capitalized on that mistake from LDLC, and he won that round for them.
What would you have done differently from LDLC's position, say 20 seconds into a round? They had the 2-on-1 win in the ramp, and they followed up with the next frag as Forrest came round. What do you change from there in that pistol situation?
Honestly, if you play a person up in heaven, another person on the upper bomb site, maybe throw a person in the toxic side lower, and the last player in the vent, that could be a viable setup. You're basically covering everything. You have quick rotations. If NiP is going for the bomb plant lower, you're already in toxic, you can stop that plant. I mean, terrorist teams, they heavily invest in armor to get out that ramp room. They don't have smokes to cover the bomb planter. They don't have a grenade to blow up the toxic door. So that could have been a good setup there for LDLC. Even what they had going on was a good setup, but what they had done is peek out one by one by one. And when they peeked out one by one by one, before the bomb was even being planted, it gave NiP the opportunity to just kill them all. It looks like NiP here just clearing everything slow and methodically, but they're actually taking a lot of casualties.
It's Apex who just delivers a phenomenal hat-trick, dispatching of 3 NiP players. He's all on his lonesome, but now he has but one player left to find. It is Exist, and he has only 10 seconds. He doesn't have eyes on the bomb itself, though, which was there. And now Exist will run over, get it, and he will be spotted, and it will be Apex to win the round single-handedly for LDLC. Phenomenal play.
That was a great play by Apex. I actually did not see that even coming. Apex got the 1 kill over at ramp, and then he quickly followed it up with another 2K. He had the 5.7, he had the armor, so he was able to quickly make work of the NiP players. I thought the NiP players were actually doing that well, slow, methodical, getting the advantage, but Apex really turned that around quickly, getting the fast 3K, picking up the AK, and killing Exist when he had no time to plant.
Awesome stuff from Apex, and no sooner do we start to get excited about an NiP coming back to LDLC, remind us that they are playing individually on the top of their game.
NiP wanted to strike right back, though, getting a full investment in pistols and armor here. So they aren't going to forfeit any more rounds to LDLC. They want to get as many rounds as possible.
2 players coming around the outside for NiP as well, as Uzi is forced down by the 2 on the bomb site that made their entrance. Exist and Get Right both get frags before Apex and, Apex again, claim themselves 2 more. And it'll be just tit for tat, frag for frag at the moment, as from above, Kylie will be the one to cause the most harm. Get Right still up and adamant, looking for more. Exist is there. Get Right will challenge and will take some damage, but in the end, Maniac comes out the victor. Exist finishes off on Carly, and now we're 1 versus 1, and Maniac delivers once again. Awesome play from him. He had 2 that round. Apex with the other 2, and LDLC made to work for that one.
Yeah, and huge damage coming in from NiP, but they got no bomb plant. Had they got a bomb plant, it would have been a different story. Still a great way to get into the round. It's just Apex, another huge individual play. He got the 4 kill from the round before. He's got another 2 kills early in that round. I mean, he's carrying the team right now. He is the reason why they won the last 2 rounds. NiP back on another eco though.
Into Happy's territory, they will charge. Happy loses out to Exist, who charges out, although Apex once again just rains down bullets on NiP. And this eco will result in a bomb plant from Freiburg, so he's done his job. In the end, he'll be down, but that money will make a big difference.
Yeah, and that was a great tactic from NiP. They didn't invest too much. They got CZs on everyone. That's $200 a piece, and a smoke grenade. They threw the smoke grenade into the upper bomb site, ensured that they got the bomb plant. That gets them $800 a piece. So they get plus 500 from what they spent on that round. Plus, Exist got the kill, so that paid for the gun itself. It looks like NiP is going to be trying to maximize as many gun rounds as possible, and here's going to be their very next gun round.
On that NiP side right now, in the opening 4 rounds, it's been Get Right and Exist, who both had relatively quiet infernos. It was Freiburg that stole the headlines for them, but both 5 and 6 frags between them. And just awesome individual actions to keep this game alive. But LDLC are 3-1 to the good. NiP winning the pistol, but then losing the follow-up. If you're just joining us, this is the Counter-Strike Global Offensive semi-final here at ESL 1 in Cologne at Gamescom. Tournament worth $250,000. First place is $100,000. Neither of these two teams have won one of these CSGO majors before. They're both out to change that today. It is Apex who will see action first once again. Gets the first frag, but can't go any further than that. Freiburg comes in. Fifth Laren has been lost. Uzi will go in looking for Freiburg, who's putting the bomb down. And Uzi was just expecting to see a body when he peeked out there. Didn't. And semi-surprised to hear that bomb planted. But Kali will go through, downs Freiburg. And that will be another round to LDLC. And it'll be 4-1.
Great trades and rotations there by LDLC. Even though they went 1-for-1 down at ramp, they had that quick rotation into the vents, picked up another kill, and then the quick rotation basically surrounding NiP, forcing them into the bomb site. But, I mean, Apex, again, just 11 frags. He's got more frags than the rest of his team combined.
And Fifth Laren yet to get going in the opening 5 on 0. But, yeah, let's ooh and ah about Apex, though. I mean, he has just turned up in a big way in this tournament. He's been phenomenal throughout.
Yes, but he's got 11 frags. The rest of his team combined's got 12. That's just how insane he is in these rounds. That's how much he's contributing to this team at the moment.
First frag comes the way of Get Right. Gets himself Happy.
I think Get Right gets a little happy from killing Happy.
Hey, it was there. It was on the table. And you took it. Fifth Laren in the radio room looking down towards Maniac's territory on the ramp room. He will rattle off a few shots down there, but Maniac has stayed back. Kali is also offering support as the outside is the push from Freiburg as he has a teammate flash around the corner. Apex is the one who's going to be waiting for them there, and as Freiburg just fires off those shots, the return from Apex was arguably all Freiburg needed to know. He will retreat back. Be aided out this time by Get Right, who is poised to launch this next assault for NiP.
Flashbang's going to hit off the pipe into the upper bomb site, blind anyone who's on the opposite rafter, and here comes the upper Russian.
Fifth Laren and Forrest both get frags. It was Kali who was flashed, and it's Kali who's down in the end. Apex now 1-on-5. This has been a perfect execution from NiP. One nade changed everything, followed up by the ESL, and now LDLC will find themselves 1-5. Apex is going to be taken down, and that says 4-2. NiP pick up their second round on the T side. Exist 9 frags for the NiP team. Has had just a fantastic second half. Fiflaren getting in on the scoreboard that round. But talk to us about that flashbang and how it opened everything up for NiP.
So that flashbang basically works by disabling anyone who's on the rafters looking down towards the hut window or towards Squeaky, and that allows the NiP members to get out safely and quickly. I mean, it's just a flash just popping instantly. You don't really have time to react to it at all. It's going to blind you, and then the NiP members come out and just stare up at you and get the kill on you before you're able to react to them. So it's a great way to just burst into the upper bomb site and claim a round.
Pushing out now will be Carly. He gets himself the kill onto Freiburg. Exist avenges, but interesting play there from LDLC, looking to come out and control the outside area.
Kaylee actually should have had both the kills there. He had the perfect pop flash, and he's looking actually quite disappointed in his performance that round.
He is nearest to you on the camera. Angry would be an understatement.
Yeah, he crossed his arms and gave a huge frown. Brows a furrow. Did that even make sense? I don't even think so, but whatever.
When you say it, it does.
When I say it, it does. I'm just waiting for you to pull out like the Apex pun.
Here we go. It's going to be Happy, ready to charge around the corner, get himself the first frag. Exist returns in. There is Get Right as well for NiP. They have themselves a one-man, oh no, it's 2-on-2, sorry, as LDLC have Happy and Uzi, two players who have had just excellent tournaments and an excellent match to date, versus Get Right and Fiflaren. Low health on two of them. Two players, one on either side, on 2 points of health. It's Get Right who'll get Uzi. Before then, it is Happy who'll come back. Get Right will go just, it is Fiflaren who just in the nick of time gets that bomb down. Literally seconds to spare. It's coming around the outside. Will now be Happy. He's only got to hit him once. Will he find him first? Oh! Fiflaren hits! And Fiflaren had to draw quickest and did. There's the cheer from Get Right. And this is a great half so far from NiP, pegging LDLC back from 4-1 to 4-3.
LDLC actually now have to do an eco round, and we could see a huge sigh of relief from Fiflaren there. He heard that last remaining LDLC member elephant footing all the way through the secret steps, all the way up, and Fiflaren had the great positioning, although he was one hit away from dying.
It is 4-3. NiP showing their home field advantage here on Nuke. It's never a map you want to go up against them on. And if you're wondering what's next, it will be Cobblestone if we need it. Team LDLC winning Inferno. A rampant first half. Pegged back somewhat in the second, but regardless, the result was rarely in doubt. Now here on Nuke, NiP already have 3 on the less favoured T side. Forrest comes in from the outside, gets himself the first. Happy pokes his head around the corner and finishes off the job that nade had started. And Freiburg and Exist help themselves to frag after frag. Maniac goes in and gets it. That will be 4-4 tie game.
And LDLC is able to buy up again. And we saw the first gun round, they actually dedicated 3 players outside to kind of shut down Forrest's presence. But Forrest actually delayed quite a bit and didn't give any part of his body to shoot at. Forrest was actually waiting for one of the LDLC members to come up from the catwalk. So I'll be interested to see if they opt to do that same setup on outside.
Fiflaren ready to come into Maniac territory, gets the better of him. Maniac down in the ramp room now controlled. Apex is going to have to drop down and come to cover as the smoke will come in and force him back. It's Happy on the outside who looking to chase down anyone he may have gone downside, and it will be Freiburg who's picked off. Nice play from Happy. Headshot drops him out, and that'll tie us back up at 4-on-4. Return the favor as we trade frags. Forrest gets Kaylee, and it will be Apex to come in and down him. Now, Happy jumps up. Still not 100% sure, but with that flash coming in, he's waiting to see if Exist follows it through, which he does with a vengeance. Gets himself that frag, and it'll be Uzi then firing straight up. With it, the bomb comes flashing down towards him. He's 2-on-2 here. Fiflaren's there as well, but where is Apex to help him out? Apex now coming from behind, jumps up, gets the first. Can he finish off on the Get Right? No! Get Right delivers And in a one-on-one wins the round for NiP, who now have the lead in the map.
I love that reaction from LDLC, though, by getting down into the secret steps. Happy got the flank off. I think NiP is actually expecting him to do this. This is not the first time he's done it. So Freiburg actually turned around, but Happy got that kill. But then we saw Apex and another teammate actually pushing down through the secret stairs and getting the other kill. I believe it was on, who was outside with him? Boris, dare I say it? I think it was Forrest downstairs as well, so Apex actually pushed in, got that kill, secured the secret steps, and then from there they're able to say, okay, we shut down the outside presence from NiP, let's rotate back to upper and just leave one person in the lower area. But NiP, I mean, coming out with that nice, basically it was a 2 versus 2 in the end, and winning the gun battles.
What have LDLC done wrong in your eyes? What should they be doing differently on their defense now, having surrendered some 5 rounds?
It's just down to NiP playing extremely well at the moment, actually. I mean, it's really difficult to kill them when they're hitting their shots. They had the opportunities. I mean, Fifth Lauren just ran into ramp, got that entry kill, smoked off the under heaven area. So, I mean, it's just individual play from NiP that's really making LDLC struggle. The only thing they can do at the moment is kind of lock down their positions and make sure they hit their shots. But at the moment, I mean, they've done so many eco rounds this half.
Looking to finish off the job, and will do so with the help of Freiburg, and that will be 6-4 Ninjas in Pajamas. And confidence returning, emotion returning, actually. All of the camera shots you see of NiP, you see the fist pumping, you see a lot more oomph about them in this second half. Maybe a bit of a slow start.
Definitely a slow start, but we saw coming through the second half of Inferno that they were starting to pick up their game again. And this is the start that they want. 6 rounds already on the T side of Inferno, or sorry, on Nuke, and they have another 5 rounds to work with before going into their CT side, which is arguably their more dominant side.
LDLC push out with Apex and Maniac to take control of the radio room and take 2 frags from NiP. But where is Forrest with the AWP? He's pushed up and looking to chase away anyone around the outside. For NiP, you can see in so many of their rounds, they've been just so successful at controlling the outside, and that allows entry into so many different points of the LDLC defense that you're left second-guessing each position. This time Exist comes to the savior of Forrest with that AWP, with that headshot onto Happy right as he was about to finish off the job. Still a man advantage for LDLC, though. Not anymore. Freiburg gets himself the kill. Kaylee now with work to do. Freiburg off camera gets himself the kill onto Kaylee, and NiP have themselves now a man advantage. It's Freiburg who will just drop the smoke down in towards the site. Freiburg charges around the corner and dispatches of Uzi, and now he's looking for more. He's already got 3, and Maniac would be number 4. Where is he? As he drops down straight towards the B site, goes all in and says, I think they're down here, and eventually they were, but not the way he wanted them.
Great composure by NiP there. I mean, LDLC, they had the perfect start. They had the 5 versus 3. All they had to do was maintain that. Put a guy in lower and Toxic just in a really random spot, put a person in heaven, put another person in the upper, put a person in the vents. Exactly what I said on the other round, where they basically fell apart as well. On the pistol round, that was actually. But instead, they died one by one in different locations. They lost their aim duels, but they shouldn't have been taking the aim duels in the first place. They should have just been close, tightly knit, supporting each other.
Which is what they were very good at on their CT side on Inferno.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Apex actually getting a nice start to the round, 5 versus 4. At this point in time right now, they don't need to overextend. They have the kill. All they have to do is lock down positions. And we see a great rotation at ramp. There's 2 at ramp at the moment. And this is going to stop the NiP aggression. Oh. Unless
Get Right does that. Headshot comes in. Freiburg has the favor return, courtesy of Apex, who remains on fire despite the scoreline being against him. Exist has got one back for the Ninjas, but has been picked off in the end, and LDLC will get away with 3 players alive.
And Apex, again, 19 frags.
Versus 23 of his team. Still
this is
single-handedly doing it.
That's 12 rounds in. It's a nice 1.5 KDR.
On the other side, it still exists, having a hell of a map here.
7-5 for NiP. So Apex really needs a teammate to step up.
Maniac on the other side of the smoke of Fifth Laren here, and as he retreats, as does Fifth Laren.
Looks like GetRight's setting up the smoke to actually land in heaven. Wouldn't be surprised to see if we see a split going through Mini Head and Squeaky all at the same time.
It's going to be Uzi to jump away from there and get himself onto the side. As he does, he's caught by Fifth Laren and down. Maniac now looking to get himself involved. On board with Kaylee, who is annihilated, and a bomb plant. And this time LDLC will get away with their men. What's interesting, to go back to the love of Apex, he's had to move for almost all of those frags. None of them have come to him. It's not like his position has been rushed every time.
Yeah.
Every time he's rotating to another position to get involved and help his teammates.
Yeah. And you can tell that he is the rotator on this team, so that means that oftentimes he'll go help ramp. He'll be helping wherever NiP's putting pressure, but he's also got that opportunity to do an outside push with the outside player, do a ramp push with the ramp player, do a lobby crunch with the upper players, and he's got the opportunity to go around to secret and kind of get a random kill there from the side. So he's doing a great job of that. It's just his teammates that are in their, I guess, anchor positions where they're locked in and they have this one spot to hold. They aren't doing their job of holding their spots, and I don't know what else they could do. I mean, even in 5 versus 3 situations where they should be winning the round, NiP is just coming out on top. So it has to come down to LDLC is just getting crushed by NiP's aggressive terror-side crunches together. I mean, the great shots coming in from GetRight at ramp there. Fifth Laren got an entry kill at ramp sometimes. But it's just everyone. It's a team effort by NiP.
Exist charges around the back of the bomb site and puts Uzi out of his misery. Kaylee and his FAMAS are ready to come to action as the bomb is being put down right now. Now as he pushes across, it's Fifth Laren that goes down, courtesy of that FAMAS, but he will go no further. And LDLC again find themselves with 3 men in a probably unwinnable situation, but there are only 2 rounds left in this half. And this will go to 9-5. And is that just too much to come back against an NiP CT on Nuke? Win. 9-5 to score. NiP close it out.
Sorry.
As we momentarily lose Josh. But he has returned with a vengeance.
I am back.
So, from here, LDLC, they're going to go in with at least a 4-round deficit, maybe 5, into that second half. Do they just concede and say we're going on to Cobblestone, much as NiP had to reset when they did on the end of the first half of Inferno?
No, you never want to have that mindset. That's just not the mindset you want to have. You want to close out this half. You want to get the last remaining round in the half. You want to start out strong on the terrorist side. You want to get that pistol round. You want to climb yourself back into the game, bring it to 9-9 scoreline, and then just deliver the same. I mean, they had a really strong terror side of Inferno there. They picked up a lot of rounds. They entered at, what, 11-4 was the scoreline at half? If they're able to have an equally as powerful terror side on Nuke, I mean, they might still be in this game and take it in a 2-0 lead.
Apex gets himself 2 frags. Freiburg doubles up with 2 of his own, and we're on a 3-on-3. Uzi jumps between the vents as the LDLC side not really aware where NiP are, having lost those 2 players. And they double back to go around the outside, and there's Maniac and his FAMAS meeting GetRight head-on. Freiburg and Forest with nades to play with as well, up against 3 almost fully healthed LDLC players. Freiburg has 2 this round and was the man of Inferno. Well, now flash up towards A and follow it up. Gets himself the first, but he loses his teammate. Cayley will come up with the first, and now he is to down the end. It will be 9-6 at halftime. And something to play with. And a glimmer of hope for them, per se, if you look at Virtus.plo's win on Nuke in Gfinity. It was their T side on Nuke that was so strong and that opened up their opponents. So maybe there is still a hope for this LDLC side. But their body language looks a little bit flustered after that one.
Well, I mean, Apex in perfect form. I think he's when you're performing that well, and the rest of the team's kind of just like shaky. They have their moments, but they're not like consistently locking their stuff down. I mean, you kind of get a little disappointed and frustrated. So I think Apex is trying to get his team a little bit motivated. Maybe they need to pick this pistol. It's as simple as that. If they want to 2-0 this match right now, pistol round.
Slow, methodical thoughts coming out there as LDLC set themselves for the second. Say, you can do this. This is calm. My French isn't what it used to be, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm lip reading. Forest similarly saying, this is ours, boys. We know our CT side is strong. Play our game. We can close this out.
Warming up their hands with the heat packs.
You a fan? You use that?
I don't. My hands are always warm.
That's because your heart is so big. Oh, the cheese.
God damn it.
Still the instructions come out. Still there, ready to go, and the final marching orders are given. And LDLC look like that.
It looks like Apex is singing instead of like giving a pep talk. Is he a rapper in his second life?
I know that you've got the potential to be, Josh.
En français, du manger.
Wow. Well, we'll find out pretty quickly on the Twitch chat if that was welcome and that you've got a second career, a fourth career after a player, a caster, an observer, maybe a rapper will be where you go next.
Hey, I had a real job.
But you hated it.
I liked it. I like this more.
Here we go. We are ready to go on to the second half. And let's see. According to Steel, it's all on this pistol round. The LDLC side, who have map 1 in their back pocket and have the prospect of facing Fnatic in the grand final just 10 rounds away, with it all to do. Talk us through what you see so far, Steel.
LDLC is just taking ramp control. Nobody's taking any hit points of damage, but LDLC, I mean, looks like they want to go towards ramp. NiP's forfeited completely, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them dropping a couple players in the vents. Force is already on the lower bomb site, so we don't actually necessarily have to see LDLC commit down there. It looks like they're making their way under heaven into heaven.
And there's Fiflaren getting the first frag. Can he follow up with a second? Oh, Uzi by the scruff of his neck, just down Fiflaren. And now it will be Get Right to come into action against Happy. Who blinks first? Oh, it's Happy, and how does he? With a headshot onto Get Right, NiP find themselves a man down. And if LDLC are to have a hope in this game, they'll look to close out this man advantage. Still with that control of the ramp, still chasing down Forest, who deals exclusively in headshots when he's on form. There's Freiburg with one of his own onto Maniac. Forest and Exist come in, and there will be reinforcements. Apex gets one. It's Exist versus Apex, and Exist goes up big. The two players from the first half who were on song go head to head, and Exist wins the round and wins the smile.
I want to just point out how amazing that play from Forrest was. That reminded me of the play last night that he made in Cobblestone against when he was trapped up on the stairs at the back of the site with his Mag 7 for anyone who caught that game. Forrest just here, he's getting pushed from two different angles. He pushed out and isolated, so he was actually playing around with the LDLC members while his teammates were able to rotate in. Freiburg was able to help him out. Exist was able to help him out. So Forrest doing a great job of staying alive. Not only that, but he did get a kill himself, and it just wasted so much time from the LDC side, and then NiP was able to rotate in and just pick up all the frags.
How much of that is conscious decision versus heat of the moment, having the right instinct?
Oh, that's unconscious decision. That's so like ingrained in his play style That's just so natural to him. It's the right play, but he doesn't think about it. He just does it. And that's like these pro players, these people, when they're this good, they just do it and they don't even think about it.
It's the intangible, the thing you can't teach.
That's what experience is.
Freiburg and Exist close out the round for NiP, who are now 5 away from pulling this back to a third map.
A second eco coming in from LDLC here. We've seen one CZ, 2. It doesn't look like they have any smokes or flashes though, so I mean, we're not going to see them actually doing anything. Maybe try to pick up a gun or two off of NiP side, but it doesn't look like they're actually going to be able to do anything powerful unless they do a ramp charge or an upper charge, but or they could try sneaking the bomb down the vent. But it doesn't look like they're going to do any of those things. It looks like they're just going to split up and look for kills.
The one thing this NiP side have been good at is when they know they're going to go up against Nico, they don't go looking for kills. They sit back, they'll happily let you walk into their crossfire. And that is what they're waiting for right now. Fiflaren about to take on an army of LDLC players who wait for the smoke. Fiflaren retreats, knows he can't take them all on, and will try to delay them as they come down. Reinforcements make their way in, and Fiflaren and Forest mow down 3. Get Right comes in to get the 4th, and the last man is down. Not a blotch on the copybook for the Ninjas.
That was a great reaction by Fiflaren there. He spotted that there were a bunch of enemies coming at his location. He throws a flash down, he backs up a little bit, lets Force come down, support him from under heaven, then Fiflaren comes back up, and they've got 2 people fighting that one choke point. So great response by him, and they were able to pick that round up clean. They have 2 Pro 90s going into this first gun round.
Confidence?
Put in the right locations, I mean, it could be a powerful gun. Can stop a rush.
In that last round, it was capable of 3 kills, but that was against lesser armed opponents. Six rounds the difference between these two sides. LDLC know that they are running out of opportunities to take this in 2.
Another slow beginning here from LDLC. Again, methodical play.
Here we go. Cayley will get himself, with the help of Apex, the first frag on to Get Right. Freiburg ready for the next action. It will come in the shape of Apex, and he will get it. Apex giving him a long, long time to line up that shot. Maniac returns with what I think was a shot as Freiburg was retreating back in towards that A site. And Forrest will come out next, poke his head out, and get himself that kill onto Happy. Exist goes for the same, and now LDLC, from having a man advantage, have lost it all, and they are just 2 men left standing. And it's Exist who will see Cayley first and will get it. Nice play from NiP. They simply made the right peaks at the right times.
Yeah, and LDLC, I mean, even though they got that 5 versus 4 man advantage, they lost a player. They didn't get that trade kill quick enough. Apex was dropped to very low HP. And then from there, NiP was able to just clean it up. And it looks like NiP is going to be on a nice, healthy buy. They were able to trade up a P90 a Scar 20. So they've got an auto sniper on deck. LDLC actually in this eco have 2 smokes and a flash and a nade. So we might see, and it's too late to do an upper rush. But they might try to get a bomb plant here. They might try to force something. Maybe a smoke for the bomb plant on the lower bomb site.
There is Get Right in his Scar 20, looking for someone who almost poked his head out to get it taken off. Fiflaren, though, on the other side, does do exactly the same with Uzi. And there is Forrest dispatching of Cayley. Maniac's gone as well. And whatever LDLC were going to do, they haven't got any men left to do it. With Happy and Apex, the last 2 standing. And Apex, what a hit onto Forrest from afar. If we weren't aware before, the man is dangerous. Will eventually be down by Get Right. And Happy will go into a 1 versus 4 and won't get very far. 14-6. NiP need 2 to take us to Cobblestone, and it's looking very likely.
I think I have a newfound respect for Apex as a player at the moment. Just really, really doing phenomenally well.
Newfound love, some might say.
I wouldn't go that far.
I love to watch him.
Okay, fair play, fair play.
No homo, it's okay. We're all cool.
Jesus.
He's just
He's just a handsome folk, you know? Handsome chap.
Exactly. Sean Garris came up to me earlier. I think he was a little embarrassed by our compliments of his beautiful appearance.
He's no mimicker, though.
Get Right is going to see action now, and without a idea in the world that Get Right was there, he gets the first frag. Can't quite finish off onto Kaylee, which does suddenly open up the outside for LDLC. What can they do with that, though? As the rest of their players are heavily committed to charging in. It exists that Kaylee will go up against first. No, or will it be Forest? Neither. Right above him on top is Freiberg, and Exist will dispatch of Uzi, who is trying to clear the path for his teammate. Freiberg gets off the AWPer. Uzi goes down as well, and now Happy will have to go lucky to go up against 4 players. First one down. Nice play. But as he pokes his head up from that vent, he has 3 more to deal with. But he's not afraid of chasing them down, and he knew he had to go that way for the bomb, but it wasn't going to get there. Peter signaling, same again, boys, and they will be into the 3rd map. And what a day this has been thus far. Fnatic have booked their place in a final, taking out Dignitas by 2 maps to 0. A great game all round that was. And now LDLC versus NiP. It is 1 map to LDLC, but any moment now the Ninjas should be booking their place in the 3rd map. And we've got a possibility of either the first French team in the final of a major or a repeat of the DreamHack Winter Grand Final, which Fnatic did win in 3 maps. Apex, though, doesn't want to think that far ahead. Gets himself the headshot onto Exist for his 27th frag of the map. Just if anyone was counting. And from this position, a man to the good, how do you reset and then go for the kill?
I mean, LDLC, again, they're going methodical. They got the kill, but they're going to group up and re-execute. It looks like they are going to be hitting up here in just a moment. I don't want to give too much away in case anyone can hear, but here come the flashes.
And here goes Freiberg, just rattling shots down. Forest will help him out with 1. Get Right has the next. Then Freiberg drops in on the party and ends the life of Uzi. And there is but Happy and Maniac left up against 4. And Happy will start with the first. Now Get Right will up himself down. Freiberg has the kill onto Maniac, and it is only Happy that stands between us and a 3rd map, but he isn't standing anymore. 16-6 the map for Ninjas in Pajamas. Inferno, but a distant memory. And we will move on to Cobblestone as these 2 sides will battle it out once more. And we will throw it over to Sir Scoots.